It's a cozy, snowy night and Porter is glued to his computer screen, his attention completely captivated by the game he's playing. The soft, warm glow of the screen illuminates his focused expression as he maneuvers through the virtual world. Meanwhile, you are seated at Porter's desk nearby, diligently working on your homework. The atmosphere is peaceful and comforting, the snowfall outside adding to the tranquility of the moment. The room is filled with the gentle sounds of your pencil scratching against the paper and Porter's fingers swiftly tapping away at the keyboard. As you diligently work on your homework, Porter can't help but occasionally glance over at you. His gaze is filled with anticipation, as if silently begging you to finish up quickly so he can divert your attention to him. Despite the seriousness of his gaming sesh, his focus drifts momentarily towards you with each quick look. He can't help but be drawn to your presence. Even as he tries to remain committed to his game, his eyes flicker back and forth between the screen and you, a mixture of impatience and affection in his gaze. School resuming meant one thing: less time with you, and Porter hated it. The homework and assignments felt like obstacles between him and the quality time he craved with you. Even as he played his game, he grumbled to himself about how much he missed having you all to himself. He longed for the carefree days when you both could spend hours together without the distractions of schoolwork. The thought of having to share you with schoolwork made him frustrated and a bit possessive. He couldn't help but huff and sigh every time he glanced over at you, working diligently on your assignments. As his game came to an end, Porter leaned back in his chair, a satisfied smirk playing on his face. The victory in the game seemed to fuel his confidence even more. With a swift motion, he grabbed the back of your computer chair and slowly pulled it closer to him, the wheels creaking softly over the floorboards. He looked at you with a sly smile, his eyes holding a hint of mischief and desire. "Done with your homework yet, princess?" he teased, the tone of his voice low and seductive. Porter pouted playfully as you chuckled and moved the chair back. He let out a mock sigh, pretending to wallow in despair. "Aw, come on, princess. You're killing me here. Can't you finish it later?" "I want to spend time with you now." He shot you a pleading look, his green eyes wide and irresistible. Porter's pout intensified as you suggested for him to play another game. He sighed dramatically, crossing his arms as he spoke. "I don't want to play another one. I just finished that game, and I'm exhausted. Plus, I'd rather spend time with you." He shot you a needy look, his earlier eagerness to play the game now being replaced with a desire for your attention. With a smirk, Porter rolled his chair closer to yours, his gaze roaming over your figure, taking every beautiful feature. He shamelessly drank in the sight of you, his eyes roaming up and down your form as if appreciating a fine piece of art. He leaned in close, his voice dropping to a low, seductive tone. "You're far more interesting than any game, you know that, princess?" Porter's smirk widened as you pointed out his closeness. He didn't budge. Instead, he inched even closer until there was barely any space between your chairs. He feigned innocence, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Am I? My bad," he said, his voice dripping with mock apology, but the sly glint in his eyes betrayed his true intentions. He clearly had no intention of backing away. Porter's expression turned to one of exaggerated despair as he heard your words. A whiny tone crept into his voice as he pouted excessively, his bottom lip jutting out in a pleading manner. 10 more minutes? But, princess, I need kisses now." He whined playfully, his eyes wide and full of yearning as he dramatically slumped in his chair. He was doing his best to look utterly pathetic, all for the sake of getting some affection from you. Porter's dramatic pouting immediately morphed into a satisfied smile as you kissed his cheek. He hummed in contentment, relishing the brief brush of your lips against his skin. "Just one? "That's not fair, princess. You know I need more than that." He leaned in closer, his face mere inches away from yours, his gaze locked onto your mouth as if hungry for more. Porter's eyes widened slightly in pleasant surprise as you grabbed his face and showered him with kisses. He was not expecting such a playful display of affection, but he wasn't complaining. In fact, his heart fluttered with joy as your lips repeatedly touched his skin. He couldn't help but chuckle as you covered his face in kisses, the sound low and amused. His hands found their way to your waist, holding you gently in place as he leaned into your touch, loving every moment of this unexpected gesture. Porter let out a contented sigh as you kissed his nose, his eyes fluttering shut briefly in contentment. The corners of his mouth tilted up into a soft smile, his grip on your waist tightening slightly. Yes, princess, that's perfect. But I think you missed a spot," he said, his tone dripping with playful suggestion. He tapped a finger against his lips, gesturing for you to kiss him there, the desire for more affection written all over his face. Porter pouted in mock disappointment, his eyes narrowing slightly at your teasing remark. He knew you were playing with him, but he couldn't help but play along, wanting to prolong this moment of affection as much as possible. "Are you sure about that? I think you might have missed the most important spot," he retorted, gesturing again to his lips, making sure to give you his best puppy dog eyes. He knew exactly how to wear you down with his pout. A satisfied hum rumbled deep in Porter's chest as your lips met his eyes closing blissfully. He melted into the kiss, his hands on your waist, pulling you closer until your bodies were mere inches apart. He savored the taste of your lips, relishing the intimate moment as he deepened the kiss, his tongue gently seek entrance to your mouth. His fingers caressed your sides tenderly, expressing how much he had been craving this closeness with you. Porter's eyes fluttered open reluctantly as you pulled back, the reluctance evident on his face. He let out a small groan, as if the separation pained him physically. "No, princess, don't go. I need more kisses," he protested like a needy child, his hands still on your waist, trying to keep you from resuming your work. The pout on his face deepened, his eyes brimming with a mixture of desire and pleading. He really didn't want this moment to end. With a defeated sigh, Porter leaned back in his chair, resigned to the fact that you were indeed determined to focus on your work. But his desire for closeness still remained, and he couldn't deny the need to be near you, even while you worked. So, he shifted in his seat, positioning himself so that he could hug you from behind, his chin resting on your shoulder. His arms wrapped around you gently, his chest pressed against your back as he pulled you close, relishing the feel of your body against his. As Porter pulled you closer, his arms encircling your waist, he felt an overwhelming desire to be even closer to you. His hands slowly slipped under your shirt, seeking the warmth of your skin beneath the fabric. His fingers caressed your bare stomach softly, the touch gentle and intimate. He pressed his chest against your back, burying his face into the crook of your neck, relishing the feeling of your body against his. His arms tightened ever so slightly, holding you in a possessive yet tender embrace. As Porter inhaled the fragrance of your perfume, a low groan escaped his lips, the sound muffled against the nape of your neck. The scent was intoxicating, fueling his desire to be even closer to you. He pressed his face further into your neck, his lips brushing against your skin as he spoke, his voice low and husky. "Homework can wait. All that matters right now is you and me," he murmured, his hands gently tracing circles on your stomach, his touch both soothing and possessive at the same time. Without another word, Porter gently moved your hair to one side, exposing the soft expanse of skin at the nape of your neck. His gaze lingered on your hands, noticing how they had frozen in place, the pen no longer moving across the paper. With a soft hum, he leaned in and pressed his lips to your neck, his mouth warm and gentle as he planted a series of kisses along sensitive skin. Each brush of his lips was tender yet possessively affectionate, his desire to touch and mark you undeniable. As your eyes fluttered shut, Porter's kisses continued along your neck, his touch growing more insistent. His lips moved with purpose, finding the right spots to make you shiver and sigh with pleasure. He nibbled at your skin softly, his teeth grazing against your pulse point before soothing the area with his tongue. His hands, still beneath your shirt, began to roam your waist, his fingers tracing along the curves of your body. He nuzzled his face against your neck, his breaths coming out as hot, needy pants against your skin. With a mischievous grin, Porter spoke huskily against your neck, his voice dripping with playfulness. He knew exactly how to taunt you, and he was thoroughly enjoying it. Eyes on the paper or on me? Decisions, decisions. He whispered into your ear, his lips brushing against the sensitive skin as he continued to tease you. His hands, still caressing your stomach, slowly moved upwards, his fingers splayed across your ribcage, his touch light and tantalizing. Feeling the shiver that ran through your body, Porter knew that the temperature wasn't helping your situation. He noticed the goosebumps that dotted your skin and the chill that seemed to cling to the air. He pressed himself even closer to your back, his chest molding to your form as he attempted to share his body heat with you. "Princess, you're cold," he murmured against your neck, his hot breath a stark contrast to the chilly air around you. His fingertips glided up your sides, gently rubbing your arms to warm you up a bit. One more soft kiss grazed your neck, sending shivers down your spine. Porter chuckled against your skin, feeling you melt into his touch. He whispered his question in your ear, his voice a dark, seductive murmur. "Are you ready for me now, princess?" He nibbled on your earlobe gently, his hands still exploring the expanse of bare skin beneath your shirt, tracing patterns along the sensitive planes of your abdomen. Porter smirked against your neck, his lips curled in a smug expression as he heard your comment. He chuckled softly, his voice dripping with teasing affection. "Needy? Me? Never." He feigned innocence, although his actions said otherwise. He continued to nuzzle against your neck, his hands on your waist growing bolder, his fingers gripping you tighter, as if he was holding onto you with a possessive intensity. "I just want all your attention, princess. Is that so wrong?" A satisfied smirk spread across Porter's face as you closed your book, signaling the end of your homework session. He let out a low hum of approval, his hands still resting on your waist, his body pressed close to yours. Very happy. He nuzzled against your neck again, his lips finding the sensitive pulse point and planting a soft kiss there. "Now you're all mine, princess. No more distractions. Just us." With a swift motion, Porter spun your chair around, its wheels gliding across the floor until you were facing him. Before you could even protest, he scooped you up in his arms, lifting you effortlessly as if you weighed nothing. He smirked at the look of surprise on your face, clearly amused by your flustered expression. He carried you over to the bed with ease, a sly gleam in his eyes. Once there, he gently placed you down on the edge of the mattress, his hands lingering on your hips, keeping you in place. Porter crawled over you on the bed, his gaze roaming over your form, taking in every detail. His eyes darkened with desire as he trapped you beneath him, his body yours to the mattress. "You're so beautiful, baby," he whispered, his voice low and husky, filled with genuine admiration. He leaned down, his face now mere inches away from yours, his chest brushing against yours as he settled between your legs, the weight of his body pressing against you in the best way possible. With a mischievous glint in his eyes, Porter leaned in even closer, his mouth hovering near your ear. "Now it's my turn to do my own homework on you,"